just want to start today by offering our deepest condolences to the family and friends of Jamia Janae Harris, young woman, daughter, and mother, who was taken way too soon from a senseless act. This is an incredibly sad situation. Our hearts go out to our loved ones. We're keeping them in our thoughts and prayers as they continue to grieve. We came together last night and talked, thought it was important that we were all here and around to support one another through this situation. With this being a pending investigation, there's nothing I can add that hasn't already been shared. You may have some questions, but there's nothing I can comment on relative to Darius' situation and the investigation. Again, our sympathies to Jamia's family following this unimaginable loss. This is a really difficult situation. We're continuing to support each other as we process this and balance school and basketball. To that end, we regrouped this morning to maintain our routine and some structure in the midst of this situation. We'll practice before heading up to Nashville for the Vanderbilt game.
Take questions starting with Nick.
Yeah, what was the message to the team when you guys met last night?
It's really a tragedy all around, but especially for Jamia and her family. Wish we weren't having to address this situation, but we got to pull together as a team at this point, have each other's, really be there for each other.
Joey.
How have the players, been over the past, since yesterday morning? How have they responded to your message?
They've been good. There's a lot of hugs last night. Everybody understands the situation, but everyone's aware of the services offered on campus and are taking advantage of them, through our sports medicine for these types of situations. So they're going to need some additional support moving forward too.
Chase.
Your job over the last 24 hours and over the next 24 is obviously very different now. It's about, like you said, helping players process and not about basketball. How are you able to change gears in that way, in a way that you have to change gears as their coach, and what are some of the questions that they asked you that you could or couldn't answer?
Yeah, we can't answer anything dealing with the investigation, obviously, because it's a pending investigation. So, and they didn't have too many questions. It's really just more kind of a grieving process. They understand the severity of the situation with Jamia, also understand the severity of the situation with Darius, and there's both sides of it, dealing with it. So, yeah, it's not something you go through often as a coach, but I think we've got the services around the program to help us handle the situation.
Charlie.
Is this a situation that's just isolated to Darius, or is there any other players that are maybe involved?
No, as I mentioned earlier, all of us got together last night. It's an ongoing investigation. Our entire remaining team is traveling to Nashville and will be available to play in the game tomorrow.
Michael.
How did you learn the news of the situation? How did you respond immediately?
Yeah, I got a call Sunday morning, alerted me to what was going on. I immediately called Greg, and we started putting our plan in place together to handle situations like this.
Tony.
What went into the decision to keep Miles out earlier this season? And then you had mentioned he's going through a personal matter. What steps did you guys kind of take to kind of help him with that?
He actually went back home to DC to deal with the personal matter that he was out a couple weeks with, and he had the ankle injury that was kind of ongoing. He's had multiple issues. They were all completely unrelated to this incident Saturday, though, or Sunday morning.
Okay.
Coach, every program has a set of team rules. How will this change that moving forward so that you can help other student athletes that come in? And do you have a different approach after an incident like this?
Yeah, I think everybody listens a little closer after an incident like this. We've had speakers come in and talk to the team about, off-floor conduct, and we'll continue to do that, and are continuing to do that now. They seem to listen a little closer during moments like this.
We good? One more.
Coach, it's hard to put into words, just how to even ask a certain question, but obviously there's just humans involved in all of this, and including yourself. And just the sensitivity of that, just how do you process this? I know you mentioned your thoughts with the family, but also, Darius, and who he is as a person too. So how have you processed moving forward on your own?
Yeah, I've got 3 daughters. Went through my mind, obviously, could have been one of mine. Tough situation. Talked to Darius's mother multiple times yesterday. Very hard situation on both accounts. So, just continue to pray for Jamia and her family, although I didn't know them, but they're certainly in our thoughts and prayers, and continuing to pray for Darius's situation too. It's just an unfortunate incident that we wish we weren't having to deal with today.
Thanks, Coach.